E aí galerinha, Calobo na área trazendo pra vocês o sexto episódio da nossa série da vez é o Vampiro de vocês, jogando no PS5. O jogo tá em português, né? Vamos dar continuidade aqui à nossa missão. A gente tá numa nova aldeia, né, digamos assim, mano. A gente saiu lá do hospital. Tem alguns furos lá? Tem, galera. Só que, né, eu creio que eu devo ter que pegar informações com outras pessoas para estar trabalhando ali, naqueles furos que ficou no hospital. Eu não vou quebrar muita cabeça com isso não. Opa, vamos ver o que temos aqui.
Hello, young man. It's me again. May I come in?
I told you before. I don't think my father would agree with that.
Your father is worried about you, boy. He asked me to look for you.
So my father actually worries about me then? Okay then. Come on in. I'm Harry, by the way.
Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
Tô na casa dos Peterson, ó. E aí, garoto, qual é a boa?
So, may I ask you a few questions?
I'm not bothered. What could be worse?
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
Yes, I know her. She came here to examine me when I was very sick. She said I should go out more.
How do you feel?
I'm fine. I mean, it's not easy every day, but I'm fine. I'm just tired of being sick all the time. If only I could be tough like... Well, you know.
Speaking of which, what can you tell me about your father?
My father is an idiot who makes idiot things. That's all I have to say.
Forgive my bluntness, young man, but you don't seem happy living in Whitechapel.
Why should I? I never wanted to come here in the first place. It was my father's decision. Look around you. Does this look like a nice place to live?
Verdade.
I'm sure your father did his best when he found this house. Times are tough for everyone, young man.
That's exactly what my father says. Harry, you should be grateful for what you've got. I wasn't even consulted when we moved here.
If life here is so terrible for you, why don't you just leave this place? Have you ever spoken to your father about it?
I don't go outside. It terrifies me so. I went outside once without my father noticing and I saw terrible things. Bloody and frightening things.
So that's why you stay at home all day? For fear of the epidemic?
I'm not afraid of disease or death, Dr. Reed. It's the living I'm afraid of.
Your father and Mr. Lewis used to be good friends. What happened, Harry?
I was young then. I don't remember Mr. Lewis ever coming back again after my mother died. Or was it after my father started bullying him? I don't know.
Eita.
Have you tried speaking to Mr. Lewis about it?
I don't go out often, but yes. And he scolded me and told me to leave him alone.
O cara deve ter pego a mulher
I guess
dele.
my father frightens him too much.
But you are not responsible for your father's actions.
Am I not? Dad always says that he joined that gang for my safety. So if I wasn't born, people wouldn't be worrying about Colossus Joe.
Entendi.
Goodbye, young man. Take care of yourself.
Even my dreams are soaked with gloom.
Vou pegar as coisinhas aqui de leve, tá bom, garoto? Nada que você precisa se preocupar, não.
Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
Nada. Temos um segundo andar aqui ainda, hein? Escada gigantesca, né? Pra uma casinha pequena. Mais nada. Tem um baúzinho.
It's locked.
Provavelmente ele tem a chave. Se eu matar ele, eu pego. Se quiser ler aí, lê. Joey Peterson. Vampiros são reais.
It's locked, all right.
Joey Peterson. Deixa eu ver se eu conheço esse Joey Peterson. Amélia, Benjamin, Albert, Harry Peterson. Harry Peterson é o filho, Joey Peterson é o pai, né? Então tem treta, vou ver se eu acho ele lá fora. Tá resmungando ainda, garoto?
This district has always been wretched. Now let your guard down, sir.
Valeu, meu camarada. Acho que é aqui o Joey Peterson aqui, né? É tu, não é, pai?
You again? What do you want this time?
Harry doesn't seem happy living in Whitechapel. Why did you make him come here?
I've always put my son's interests above everything else, whatever he may think. Our house is small but affordable. The walls are thin, but the door is solid.
You really love your son, don't you, Mr. Peterson?
He's my pride and joy. Even if he hates me for the choices I make and pushes me buttons more than he should.
Do you have any regrets?
Only one. Not to have my beloved wife by my side. She died when Harry was little. My sweet Jane. She gave the boy confidence.
Since the criminal nature of your job means you could be arrested, are you not afraid of what would happen to your boy if you were?
No one will ever take my son away from me. If that ever occurred, I'd hunt the bastard down and rip off his head with my bare hands.
Eita, meu irmão, ó. Tretas, hein?
Why do you keep on working for the gang, Joe? You know it doesn't suit you.
It's true, I hate this job. And I know I made some bad choices, but I'm a wet boot boy now. And people won't forget it.
You could leave tomorrow. Start another life in another town.
That's easy for you to say, Doctor. We are poor. My son's weak. And there's no way he'll endure another disappointment.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Interessante, né? Deixa eu ver aqui o garoto. Pista desbloqueada. Então, eu desbloqueei a pista, eu vou lá falar com ele. Certo?
I know it's hard to believe, but this district has always been wretched.
Good evening, Harry. May I come in?
Sure. Sure.
Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
So, may I ask you a few questions?
I'm not bothered. What could be worse?
Muita coisa poderia ser pior, garoto.
Would it ease tensions with your father if he got an honest job? Because he tried, you know.
I can't say. I'd be glad if he dropped his thuggish activities, but I'm not sure it would be enough.
Why is that?
Sometimes I suspect it's me, Dr. Reed. Or it's this life. It's like I can't find my place.
Acontece.
Goodbye, young man. Take care of yourself.
Is there only pain and suffering in this world.
É isso, né? Vamos em busca aí do Darius Petrescu e vamos conversar com ele. A gente tem que achar a enfermeira também. Pra ver quem é o chantagista de Whitechapel. A princípio é nessa casa aqui, né? E aí, meu camarada, tranquilo? Isso aqui me chamou a atenção por alguma coisa. Não sei porquê. E caramba.
Step away, sir.
Olha a treta aqui.
Stop now!
Toma, bebê. Vai tranquilo. Caramba, tem caçadores aqui, mano.
No good place for a stroll. It's an inch. Oi, vermin! That leech is false! He's dead!
Toma, bebê, vai. É isso. É vampiro, pô. Tem alguma coisa aqui, né?
It's locked.
Essa porta tá fechada. Esse cara deixou um estojo com cigarros e anel. Parece que tem alguma coisa estranha por aqui, né, cara? Não sei dizer. Catar um lixo aqui, né? Uma mola, chamam 4 molas.
I cannot enter.
Tá fechado. Nosso caminho é aqui, tá, galera? Vamos lá.
What do you want? Leave me alone.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I'm looking for Nurse Dorothy Crane.
There is no Dorothy Crane here. Now goodbye.
I'm afraid this medical leaflet says the opposite, sir.
Really? Well, I'm afraid I'm going to close this door right now. Go bother someone else, Mr. Doctor.
To enter that house, I must discover who this man really is. Maybe I could start by observing what he's up to.
Investigue as ações de Dario Petrescu. Ele tá ali, ó. Tá bom. Vamos tentar achar alguma janela aqui que me dê acesso a investigar. Darius Petrescu. Não é ele ali? É ele. Vou tentar achar um jeito de chegar lá nele. Por aqui não tem como, né? Vamos olhar mais a fundo ali pro outro lado. O cara tá ali, né?
There's nobody here.
Tá.
It's locked.
Acho que eu vou ter que achar um jeito de dar a volta, cara. Eu não sei como. Talvez por aqui, ó. Não dá, né? Também não. Fechado. Aqui é negócio de quarentena. Se afasta aqui, se afasta. Muita treta, né? Que tem aqui. Eu tenho que ficar de olho que às vezes dá pra usar o salto em alguma coisa. Olha que esse cara aqui.
Good evening, sir. Do you remember me?
If you're here for a reward, you'll be sorely disappointed. But I'll gladly shake the hand of a fellow countryman.
I'm not here for a bounty. I'm a doctor. Dr. Reed from the Pembroke.
A doctor? In Whitechapel? What an opportunity. My name's Bates. Cadogan Bates.
Do you require assistance, Mr. Bates?
Not me, but your skills could help a lot of people round here. That would help my business, because I say, a live tenant's a paying tenant.
I'm looking for Dorothy Crane. She's a nurse. What can you tell me about her?
Dorothy Crane, bless her soul. I really should thank her someday.
Has she treated you?
No. When I need a checkup, I'd go to a bloody doctor, not some back alley clinic full of sick foreigners.
You seem to have recovered well since your attack. Do you ever think about what happened to you?
Not much. It was a fucking nightmare. Savages, absolute bloody savages. Their appearance. Jesus. It made me want to puke.
You'd better not come back here. I won't be around next time to save you. I'm looking for Dorothy Crane. She's a nurse. What can you tell me about her?
Dorothy Crane, bless her soul. I really should thank her someday.
Goodbye, Mr. Bates.
Tá bom, Mr. Bates. Obrigado aí. Obrigado aí por nada. Ah, que eu tava aqui, pô. Sacanagem isso.
A strange man was at the door with a pass for our medical facility. I refused him entry.
Darius, how could you know he didn't need our help? His clothes were too finely tailored to be for Whitechapel.
Perhaps just a friend of that stray poet who is always about.
Richard Nithercott? No, not of the same cloth, this man. I suspect some machination from that journalist.
Clayton Darby. Is he still asking questions?
Yes. I saw him drifting around St. Mary's Church. I swear he is tracking me just downwind.
E tem treta aí, hein? Darius Petraeus.
I must talk to that journalist or the poet. They must know about Darius. Nearby the church they just mentioned.
O cara tá perto da igreja, né? Vamos então pra lá. E você, mocinha? Qual a ideia?
Good evening, miss.
Good evening, sir. Are you interested in a miraculous cure for this unknown and deadly epidemic?
Actually, I am.
Then you have come to the right place. The famous Swanborough cordial is all you need to help keep you in perfect health.
Oh, really? Why didn't I hear about it during my studies? I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Ah, my brother has spoken of your research, sir. I'm Loretta Swanborough, and it's always a pleasure to meet a fellow healer.
Interessante, ela tem coisa pra negociar.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like to talk about competition.
Competition, you say?
Never met her, but it seems she provides some sort of medical care to the poor. The whole thing has to be some sort of scam, if you ask me.
Entendi.
Tell me, who intrigues you most in Whitechapel?
The region itself is something to see, but I would say Camellia the mute florist who gives away her flowers.
Is there anyone I should avoid?
Cadogan Bates, without a doubt. The bloody bastard remorselessly exploits poor migrants as soon as they get here.
What do you think of the locals?
Most of them are afraid or desperate. They all come to me eventually for my remedy.
I'd like to see what kind of medicine you're selling.
Ela tem tônico de Wisburg, frasco de vidro. É isso.
The Swanborough cordial can be the answer to all your problems, as long as you have the money.
Valeu, bebê, obrigado. Acho que a igreja é pra cá, não é? Aqueles camaradas lá do início da gameplay, certo? Vamos voltar por aqui, senão eu vou acabar me perdendo. Opa! Qual a ideia aqui? Dá pra entrar? Tem uma treta ali, ó. Entrei dentro de um bagulho doido aqui. Parece uma espécie de barraca de caçador. Xelim. Tem alguma treta ali, talvez pra mim escutar alguma conversa, alguma coisa. Mas se tá ali ainda não tá disponível. Qual a ideia? Eu tô caindo fora, né, da delegacia. Mas tá bom, vamos dar uma upada aqui com esses caras. Tô com muita conversa, mano. Vem, bebê, vem. Eu queria fazer o parry. Vem, bebê. Me bate, é só isso que você tem pra mim? É só isso? Só isso? Tô só testando meus movimentos friamente calculados, galera.
I cannot enter.
Droga. Tá fechado ali, cara. Eu tô preso aqui dentro do bagulho. Vamos lá, vamos tentar. Eu tenho que achar um caminho, cara. Não é possível. O que é isso aqui? Caraca, o maluco mortão, ó. Ah tá, achei, agora eu achei. Muito bom. Caminho da igreja. Só que antes de eu ir lá, galera, eu vou abrir esse portão ali. Se esse portão ali tivesse aberto, eu teria chego por ele. A porta foi destrancada. Pronto. Não precisava ter dado aquela volta toda. Pronto, Clayton. Olha o Clayton ali. Tá lá na porta da igreja ele.
Good evening, Doctor. Can I help you?
I heard you're investigating an underground medical dispensary in Whitechapel. What do you know about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. They are wary of strangers, and I'm not really an acquaintance of theirs. Why do you care?
Vou botar a verdade.
I'm afraid one of the nurses from the Pembroke Hospital may be involved with unsavory activities.
Ah, could it be Dorothy Crane?
Without a doubt, you are a damn fine journalist, Mr. Darby. What do you know of her accomplice, a man named Darius?
I don't know much about the man. He's very cautious. Never goes out. Doesn't seem to have any friends or family.
He has no relatives at all?
No. Except for that strange man, a poet named Richard Nethercott, who sometimes comes by. Darius would never let him in.
Where can I find this Mr. Nethercott?
He spends most of his time lurking around Whitechapel, talking to himself or declaring verses. These days, you can usually find him behind the church.
He never goes out?
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly did. I followed him, but it was just a ruse to keep me away from his house.
Really? How do you know?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
Entendi.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
Vamos encontrar o Richard. A gente tem que achar a caixa de correio, né, do cara e falar com o Richard. E os dois estão bem próximos, se eu não me engano. A caixa de correio tá para essa direita e o Richard tá aqui para dentro. Aí brinca muito, né? Eu entrei no bagulho fechado, meu irmão. Ô, paizão. Encontre a caixa de correio. Deve estar aqui nessa planta aqui, não? Eu achei uma... Acho que é o Richard ali, não é?
Good evening, Mr. Nethercott.
And good evening to you too, my good sir. Can I be of any help?
May I ask you a few questions about the district?
Extraordinary part of town, is it not? I'll be glad to help you, if I can.
I'm looking for Dorothy Crane, a nurse who lives in this vicinity.
Dorothy Crane. Oh, I love the name. The Crane of Whitechapel. Sounds very mysterious. But, sorry, no, never heard of her.
Estranho.
What can you tell me about an old man called Darius?
Darius Petrescu? Yes, I know him. At first, I thought he was only a small publisher. I invited him to publish my work, but his reaction was pretty clear.
Not interested in your talent?
Darius is an old political activist who takes delight in printing tracts and lampoons. Those communist activities only require mediocre writing skills.
Estranho.
I'll leave you alone, sir.
Tá bom. Obtemos a informação com ele, não foi muito útil, né? Porém, melhor que nada, certo? Agora vamos tentar encontrar essa carta, esse local de botar carta. Camélia. Camélia é a moça das flores, né? E a carta aqui, ó. Carta de Darius Petrescu.
The content of Darius' letter to his children could give me more leverage to enter. Darius is a bit less of a mystery now. It should not be that difficult to incite him to let me in.
Tava dentro da lata de lixo, mano. E como é que faz isso?
Cheap price, good quality. Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid.
Valeu, cara. Obrigado. Muito obrigado.
Mr. Petrescu, just 1 minute, please.
You again? Go away.
E eu tinha que ter nível de feitiço 2, mas eu não sei como é que aumenta.
Sir, wait. Stop this nonsense. I know Nurse Crane is here. Shall we speak man to man, you and I?
All right. Speak up.
Don't you see we're on the same side? We fight to help the poor, sick, and abandoned.
I'm nothing like you, Mr. Doctor.
Yes, you are. You too believe in providing medical care without charge. You know what we have to sacrifice to make the world a better place.
I have to admit your words have conviction. All right, I'll let you see Dorothea. Don't make me regret this, though.
Tranquilo, pai. Eu só vou ceifar a vida dela. Ó, um barraquinho bonito aqui, hein? Tem coisa ali, ó. Ué. Eu apertei o botão, ele foi pro pause, pro mapa. Era pra ter lido o texto. Eu peguei essas coisas aqui, tá, doutor? Mas você vai esquecer.
If you want to talk to Dorothea, you must go across the courtyard and take the stairs.
We've not been formally introduced. May I ask your name and occupation, sir?
I am Darius Petrescu. I'm here to keep snitches and spies away from Dorothea. And I also run this little print shop.
Ó, tem coisa pra caramba aqui, hein, pra perguntar pra ele, hein.
So Dorothy's real name is not Crane?
Like myself and many people in this area, Dorothea is from occupied Romania. That's all you need to know.
She seems important to the community.
More than you can imagine. The West End does not want to hear of Whitechapel's misery. Dorothea is one of the few doing something about it.
Interessante.
Tell me everything you know about Camellia, the mute florist.
I do not believe in the afterlife, Doctor, but I'm almost convinced Camellia is an angel. She volunteered to give out our medical leaflets.
Are you not worried for her safety?
She is as brave as she is tough, and clever, too. If only I had met her when I was younger.
Are you in love with Camellia, Mr. Petrescu?
Don't be stupid. If I had met her when I was younger, we could have won our revolution.
Who is she, really? Do you know where she's from?
She's not from around here, that's all we know. Camellia is not even her name. It's her favorite flower.
You say she has no close family?
Well, there's that awful poet who constantly follows her around like a lost puppy. A good man for sure, but a very poor writer.
Did you refuse to publish Richard Nethercott's previous works, Darius?
Yes. His manuscript is as pompous as he is starched. Now there's a man who loves the sound of his own voice.
You could have told him so.
As a great writer recently said, politeness is the most acceptable hypocrisy.
Tell me everything you know about Camellia, the mute florist.
Estranho, tá ainda azul forte, tá vendo? Como se aparecesse outra coisa. Tá bom.
Do you have any family left, Mr. Petrescu? Children or grandchildren?
Who knows? I have abandoned my people for so long, they might as well be dead. As dead as I am for them, I suppose.
Don't be embarrassed, sir. If you must know, my own father
Acho que eu
disappeared
escolhi
many
a
years ago.
opção errada.
I forgave him.
It's quite awkward to talk about our families like this, but thank you, Dr. Reed. I appreciate your trust.
This war won't last forever. Did you ever think of returning to your country now it's free?
No. I have taught strength and determination to my sons and daughters. I'm an old, dying man who only has memories of better times to cherish.
I know you fought for your country when it was occupied, Darius. Tell me more about it.
I know my days are numbered, and I know I won't see my homeland again. But I fought for Romania all my life, and I will until my last breath.
But Romania escaped the grasp of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. It's a free country again.
It is not the country I fought for. My homeland is not appeased, Doctor. But I still see a dark future ahead for my people.
How did you meet Nurse Crane, Darius? Why does she trust you?
I'm her oldest friend in England. Dorothea and I share many ideas about this country and about the country we left.
You mean occupied Romania, don't you? Even if not directly, I fought against your enemies.
Really? Then perhaps you have more in common with Dorothy than meets the eye, Dr. Reed.
Interessante.
Goodbye, Mr. Petrescu.
Interessante, Dr. Petrescu. Interessante. Tá bom, a Doroteia tá aqui, né? Eita, meu irmão, vários malucos doentes, ó. Na verdade, vários não, 2 pessoas só. Ela tá em algum lugar subindo a escada. Por que eu fico perto deles? Porque eu já tô morto, né, galera? Eu sou apenas um zumbi. Vamos ver se eu acho alguma escada, alguma informação. A escada tá ali, ó. O Razvan tá... O Razvan acho que tá se convertendo em vampiro, hein? Bagulho de sede. Achei alguma prova aqui, ó. Carta pra enfermeira Crane. Ó, quem quiser ler aí, dá uma leitura. Ó, eu tô escutando barulho já de monstro já, ó. Eu tô escutando barulho de monstro. Ela tá ali com ele, ó. Vamos aproveitar e ir roubando, ó. Isso. Pronto, cheguei.
Patient Razvan Vasily. High fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, and head pain. Diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration, but he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Aspirin and salicin, you say? Why not some warm milk and a kiss on the cheek? Where are the quinine salts?
Tried buying, borrowing, even stealing. There's none to be found, Doctor.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel!
What can I do, Doctor?
I need to perform a tracheostomy. Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
Yes, Doctor. He's breathing again, but he's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung. Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy? Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Right then, Nurse Crane. What do you suggest we do?
I've no idea. I'm not the doctor.
Time is of the essence. We need to perform a thoracic drain.
Yes, Doctor. He's still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery. There's too much blood.
Are you all right, Doctor?
I can't see. Yes. Yes. I have this, nurse. Allow me to finish the procedure alone. I need the room.
I'd prefer to stay and see this through. This is my patient, Doctor. I have needle and thread for stitching the wound.
Good. The stitches are holding. How's he doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor!
Cardiac massage, now.
Cardiac... What? Are you making this up as you go along?
Eita caramba.
We've lost the pulse. He's gone, Doctor.
Yes. We did everything we could.
Truly? Everything you could? Is that how you'll report this in your log? Is this how the war went? Piling up one poor corpse beside the next?
This was not an influenza-induced seizure. I've never seen symptoms like these on the continent.
Neither have I. But the previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
No. There was something more vile in these reactions. Something primitive.
There have been numerous reports of mental breakdowns caused by the fever that accompanies the flu itself, Doctor.
Yes, but... I'd best take some samples of the blood for analysis.
O cara tava se transformando, pô.
I doubt you're here to test my bedside manners. I suspect it was more than intuition alone that led you to us. So, how might I be of service, Dr. Reed?
Your heart might be in the right place, but you can't carry on with this blackmail. For God's sake, Dorothy, it's extortion. It's a serious crime.
Doctor, you think your warnings scare me? I've stolen and plied, blackmailed and lied, but what else am I to do? I'm all these people have.
But why Lady Ashbury? Why her, of all people?
She's pristine and proper, all right. But that she-wolf in sheep's clothing murders the poor for sport. I have her where she belongs, and I'll milk her for all she's got.
Dr. Swansea is a sensible and honest man. He wouldn't have refused your friend's care at Pembroke.
It's easy for you to say, Doctor. These people cannot go to the police, nor to the hospital. They don't even speak English. They depend on me for everything.
So, the end justifies the means. Is that your defense?
I know you're kind, Doctor. Just another fine-heeled, silver-spooned gentleman who was given the world on a platter. You know nothing of poverty. Nothing of the shame, the hunger, the loneliness.
You've convinced me of the sincerity of your actions and their noble justifications. But all the same, blackmail is a crime, and it will stop, Nurse Crane.
So, are you going to turn me over to the authorities?
Eita caramba, e agora?
Listen very carefully, Dorothy. You will erase from your memory everything you pretend to know about Lady Ashbury and Pembroke Hospital.
Let that rich bitch off the hook over my dead
Nurse
body.
Crane, enough. Listen as if your life depended on every word. I know you've a generous heart who gives freely to those in need, but you shall walk away from the shadier streets of your business.
I will never abandon...
Dorothy, the discussion has come to a close. Your clandestine activities in the Resistance are over. Let it go.
I'll let it go. Yes. All gone.
É isso, pronto. Entrevista com o vampiro, é. Nível de enfeitiçar. Informe a Lady Ashbury. Opa, alguém arrebentou aqui, hein? Que isso?
This one stinks already.
Que isso aqui, cara? Tá jogando granada aqui dentro do hospital, cara? Tu é maluco? Tu é maluco? Tu é doidão? Informe a Lady Ashbury. Eita caramba, os caras aqui. Peguei, ó. Manda bem isso. Vem, bebê. Errou. Caramba, os caras mataram, mano. É uma galera aqui, hein? Olha isso aqui. E mataram esse camarada aqui, meu irmão. Não sei se dá pra eu sair por aqui, ó. Dá. Esse cara aqui é do bom, né? Vamos lá. Agora eu precisava achar alguma porta por aqui para sair do distrito. Achei, pronto. Ó, tem um lobisomem ali. Os caras não estão aqui embaixo. Vamos pegar esse carinha aqui, meu irmão. Vamos ver se eu consigo fazer na mão com ele. Vambora. Ei, bebê. Vai. É isso, pai. Toma. É isso, pai. É isso, pai. Muito bom. Quase morri, bicho é muito forte, mano. Bicho é muito forte. Quase o Bulldog Games foi pro... É Cardia, né? Quase o Cardia foi pro barro, mano. Caraca aqui, cara. Igualzinho o Bulldog Games, mano. E aí, galera. Bulldog Games na área. É, mano. Eu acho que é isso que ele fala, não lembro direito não.
Human blood. Whoever left these marks did so deliberately.
Interessante, ó. Temos tretas. Eita caramba. São chefes, é isso? Eita caramba, tem a galera ali, hein? Eita caramba. É isso, pai? É isso, pai? Toma, bebê. Eu tenho que usar o poder nele. É isso. Toma, bebê. Eita, meu irmão, ferrou. É isso, bebê, toma. Agora é vampiro, pai. Toma, bebê, o ataque do vampiro. Vicente Chan. Tomou, Vicente. Toma, bebê. Cadê o outro cara? É esse? É esse, ó. Sobe Shen. Caraca, meu irmão, o cara jogou granada, filho. Tomou. Muito bom. Tem mais algum bebê? Nenhum bebê, né? Eles mataram um rato ali, ó. Os caras é do caramba, hein, meu irmão. Deixaram nada aqui no chão. Vamos seguir. Vamos seguir. Isso. Ouço vozes. É daqui? É daqui, ó. Caramba. Olha lá. É isso, paizão. Alguma coisa tá matando eles ali, ó. Matou. E caraca, aqui é os vampiros, né? Caraca, aqui é os vampiros, filho. Tá doido? E olha lá. Deu porradão só pra acabar meu tempo, né? De arruela. Toma. Errou. Errou, Zé Cachaça. Parece que tem alguém aqui, né?
It's locked, all right.
Então, galera, eu vou finalizar o episódio por aqui. Se gostou, deixa o like, se inscreve no canal, compartilha com os amigos aí, comenta alguma coisa bacana e ative o sininho para não perder a notificação dos próximos episódios. Vou finalizando esse episódio por aqui, valeu!